The 2018 cross-country race season is about to kick off this weekend in South Africa.
Yeah, and what an opportunity for us to dive into the World Cup cross-country calendar and take a look at some of the races and venues we can expect to enjoy this year. And it all starts March the 10th of Stellenbosch in South Africa.
Stellenbosch hosted the Downhill World Cup back in 1997 and 98, but this is the very first time the cross-country circuit has visited the Cape. The spectator-friendly course has technical, rocky and rooty descents.
It is South Africa, so expect hard-packed red dirt and hot conditions in the southern hemisphere, a big contrast to the majority of races that take part in Europe. The 4.4 kilometre lap and 180 metres of climbing. The wine barrel descent sends riders into a deep gully with massive flowy berms and some respite from the punchy climbs. ALBSTADT is the first race of the all-new XCC, a short track 20-minute race that has been added to every round except the opener at Stellenbosch. This isn't mandatory but will determine the positions of the front two rows in the main cross-country race. A big reason to race XCC.
ALBSTADT is known as one of the most physical tracks on the World Cup cross-country circuit. Has a short tarmac sprint to kick it off, but soon gets into narrow single track, so a good start is important. It has two big climbs, one including a 29-degree incline.
Last year the weather was red hot and absolutely draining. Multiple options in the tech climbs give great overtaking opportunities for those on the push, while the ALBSTADT drop is a fast downhill drop with a challenging right corner that will test the rider's nerves, and a crash here would be costly.
Last year's winners were Nino Schurter and Jana Bellamoina. A wooded rolling course that has some wide open fire roads where a lot of the overtaking action takes place before the riders plunge back into the single track.
The first climb is super technical. In the dappled light of the woods, the riders hit uphill rock sections, steps and roots, followed straight away by a rock technical descent with plenty of line choice.
Then on to the vertical drop, a super steep little section into a turn that sets the tone for what is to come in rock and roll. A man-made rock garden with huge boulders.
NOVÉ MESTO is really great mix of open, physical sections and proper technical mountain bike trails. And the winners, of course, Nino Schurter
and Anneke Langvad in the women's.
Yeah, the Valley of the Sun in Italy is renowned for its super technical course, both on XC and downhill. Rooty, steep and soft dirt can be found in the woods, and the XC course breaks out of the forest and onto the full cross track with man-made rock sections and jumps.
A new rock section, Dolomiti Rocks, was added last year to spice things up even more. Many riders choose a full suspension bike for the rough, super fast track.
Winners last year, of course, Nino Schurter and Jolanda Neff with a comeback.
The cross-country circuit next goes over to the Pyrenees and the small Principality of Andorra. This is a high-altitude race and many riders in the past have tried to get here early to acclimatise, but this year the race is straight after Val di Sole.
Yeah, the lung-busting, rocky, rooty course can also play havoc with mechanicals, so riders need to try and be light on the many rocks and roots.
Last year's winners, Nino Schurter keeps rolling and Jana Bellamoina.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. Back down to sea level and the massive rock slabs of Quebec, Canada, Mount St. Anne is a classic venue that has been on the World Cup circuit since the start, and there's good reason for it. It's challenging, technical, but fun mountain biking at its best, and keep your eyes open for the bears.
From big open climbs to natural descents in the dark woods with multiple lines, it lends itself to great racing action. The weather can be very mixed in Quebec, from scorching hot and humid to big thunderstorms, so preparation is key.
Yeah, last year's winner, well, you'll never guess. It was Nino Schurter and then Jana Bellamoina. Cross-country races last hit BRESSE in northeastern France in 2016, a natural technical track with some really jaw-dropping rock sections. Again, a rocky track that can take its toll on tyres, so riders have to be fast but careful.
It's almost home turf for the French legend Julien Absalon, and he took the win back in 2016. The women's race was won by Jolanda Neff.
And of course, if there had been a BRESSE round last year, I'm pretty sure the winner would have been Nino Schurter.
I think you're right.
I'm excited about this one. It's the biggest race of the year and a chance to pull on the rainbow jersey of world champion. This year it takes place in the Swiss ski resort of Lenzerheide.
The course is an undulating mix with almost no respite. Short punchy climbs drop straight into flowy single track. The open meadow sections offer good overtaking opportunities if the riders can take their eyes away from the Swiss cows and amazing lake views.
It's the last race of the year and expect riders to empty themselves physically and leave nothing in reserve when it comes to taking the biggest title in cycling.
The World Cup winners at Lenzerheide last year were Nino Schurter and Annie Last.
Yeah, big surprise there. What about Worlds, Neil? Who won Worlds?
So last year's reigning rainbow stripe champions were Nino Schurter
No way.
and Yolanda Neff.
Oh, great win for Yolanda Neff. So what a season we've got coming up. I cannot wait for it to begin, and we haven't got long to wait.
No.
Because Stellenbosch is coming this weekend.
And Doddy's there, and he's got some tech for us coming as well.
Nice.
If you want to take a look at Nino Schurter's very race-winning bike, click over here.
Yes, and if you want to see our very first race news show that started this week, then click just here. Obviously, you can bang on the old globe there to subscribe.
Thumbs up if you're looking forward to this race season.